Deep thinking feels quiet. It feels calm. It often looks like someone who listens far more than they ever feel the need to speak. They notice small, seemingly insignificant details while the rest of the world rushes past. They are constantly, gently asking why. They do not leap to the first available answer, nor feel the pressure to have an immediate opinion. Instead, they prefer to wait, observe, and let an idea reveal itself slowly, like a photograph developing in a dark room. This patience is not slowness, but a deliberate honoring of complexity. Our culture often misunderstands this, valuing quick wit and fast action. The deep thinker might be perceived as hesitant, withdrawn, or disengaged. Beneath the calm exterior lies a vibrant inner world of analysis, connection-making, and profound inquiry. They are active participants in a deeper conversation with reality. The most meaningful truths are rarely on the surface. If you value depth, subscribe now and stay with me. We're just getting started. Imagine a man who visits the same park bench every morning just as the sun begins to cast its first long shadows across the grass. He doesn't bring a book. He doesn't bring a phone. He doesn't bring a newspaper. He simply sits, his hands resting gently in his lap, and watches the world awaken around him. He watches the determined march of an ant carrying a crumb, the subtle shift in the wind as it rustles the leaves of an old oak tree, the hurried footsteps of people on their way to work. He appears to be doing nothing of consequence, lost in a world of his own, a silent fixture in the daily life of the park. One crisp autumn morning, a young child, chasing a runaway ball, tumbles to a stop near his bench.
What are you doing?
The man turns his head slowly, a kind and gentle smile forming on his face. He doesn't dismiss the child or offer a complicated explanation. He looks at the child, and then gestures to the park around them.
I'm trying to see the whole picture.
The child, satisfied with this simple truth, nods, scoops up the ball and runs off to rejoin a game, leaving the man to his quiet observation. The man remains on the bench long after the child has gone. He focuses his attention on one small part of the scene before him, the way the fallen leaves have gathered in a swirl near the leg of the bench. He thinks about the tree they came from, the seasons that turned them from green to gold, and the wind that carried them to this exact spot. If we were to dissect the habits of a deep thinker, the first trait we would undoubtedly find is a profound and unwavering curiosity. This is not the fleeting surface-level curiosity that leads one to click on a sensational headline, but a much more patient and persistent form of inquiry. It is the engine that drives them to ask, why? Not just once, but over and over again. They are not satisfied with the simple, packaged answer. They want to understand the underlying mechanisms. They want to understand the historical context, the hidden assumptions that shape a situation. This relentless curiosity compels them to look beyond the obvious and venture into more complex and nuanced territory, seeking the next layer of understanding. Another essential characteristic is a high degree of observational skill. Deep thinkers are masterful observers of their external world and their internal world. They notice the subtle shift in a person's tone of voice, the detail in a piece of art that others overlook, the recurring pattern in their own emotional responses. They collect these small observations like a naturalist collecting specimens, each a potential clue to a larger puzzle. Furthermore, deep thinkers demonstrate a remarkable comfort with ambiguity and complexity. They are not afraid to hold two contradictory ideas in their mind at the same time, exploring the tension without rushing to judgment. This intellectual humility, the ability to say I don't know, but I am willing to find out, is a cornerstone of their entire approach. Finally, a deep thinker is almost always an independent thinker, not easily swayed by public opinion, popular trends, or pressure to conform. They filter information through their own critical lens, weighing evidence, questioning sources, forming conclusions based on a rigorous process of thought. What is the very first thing that deep thinkers do to cultivate their practice? They deliberately and consciously slow down. In a world that relentlessly screams for more speed, more productivity, and more immediate results, this simple act is both radical and essential. They understand that the mind, much like a garden, cannot be rushed. Ideas need time to germinate, to send down roots, and to grow before they can blossom. Rushing the process only leads to shallow thinking and predictable outcomes. By intentionally taking their time, they create the necessary conditions for depth and originality to emerge. They spend time defining the problem, looking at it from multiple angles, and questioning the initial assumptions. They might go for a long walk, sit with a blank notebook, or simply stare out a window, allowing the facets to settle in their mind. Deep thinkers are voracious consumers of information, but they are not mere hoarders of facts. Their goal is not to win a trivia game, but to build a rich, complex, interconnected mental model of the world. They approach learning like a curious collector, gathering not just data points, but stories, perspectives, emotions, and historical contexts. A single fact means little in isolation. Its value appears within a larger web, when it's compared, contrasted, and combined. Inputs are broad and eclectic: hard science, human stories, logical analysis, aesthetic feeling. The most important questions are not what, but why and how. Why does this matter? How did this come to be? What are the implications? Who benefits from this narrative, and whose story is left out? Active interrogation turns passive consumption into deep thinking. It also makes them excellent listeners, seeking the point of view, hearing unspoken assumptions, emotions, and experiences. Deep thinking cannot happen in a state of constant distraction. It requires a quiet sanctuary. Our world splinters attention with notifications, alerts, and digital dopamine. Deep thinkers fiercely protect time and space for contemplation. Turn off the phone, close the email tab, signal to others this time is reserved. The sanctuary can be modest. What matters is the boundary you honor. After focused work, let go. Purposeful, diffuse thinking connects ideas and delivers aha moments. Protecting quiet time requires discipline. Saying no, being unavailable, resisting FOMO. The value, clarity, insight, creativity outweighs the cost of disconnecting. Deep thinking must be balanced, or it becomes overthinking. Lost in analysis, possibility, and self-doubt, we can become paralyzed. Rumination deepens anxiety and regret. Create a rhythm, think deeply for a finite time, then act. Embrace good enough and experiment. Test, observe, learn. Ground thinking in reality to avoid the abyss. If this helps, like and share with a friend who thinks deeply too. Becoming a deeper thinker is not an overnight transformation. It is a journey built on small, consistent habits that, over time, rewire your brain to favor depth and clarity. You can begin this journey today with simple, manageable steps. The first, schedule do-nothing time. Start with just 10 minutes a day. Find a quiet spot. Put your phone in another room. Simply sit, look out a window, close your eyes, watch the world around you. The goal is not to force a brilliant idea. Give your mind a rare moment of stillness and see what emerges. Upgrade the quality of your questions. Instead of asking what happened, ask why did this happen? And what are the second-order consequences? Frame open-ended explorations. What if we approached this from a completely different angle? Embrace writing by hand. Keep a small notebook with you. Write down at least one interesting thought, one observation, one question. A single sentence is enough. Writing forces clarity. It turns messy, abstract ideas into concrete form. Revisit notes to reveal patterns you missed. Introduce intentional variety into your information diet. Avoid the echo chamber. If you love science, read a poem. If you only read business, pick a biography. If you only listen to news, try philosophy. Cross-pollination sparks creativity and builds a more holistic worldview. The path to becoming a deeper thinker is ultimately a journey inward, toward better ideas, more creative solutions, and a profound sense of calm and meaning. When you think with clarity and depth, you're less swayed by noise. You distinguish what truly matters from what is merely urgent or loud. You build a solid inner core, less reactive, more responsive. Small, incremental changes. Quiet listening to the world and to yourself. One small idea acted upon. Deep thinking is a human skill. Awakened by slowing down, being curious, and being patient with yourself. Choose just one. Schedule 10 minutes of quiet. Start a one-sentence notebook. Ask one why question today. Question for you. Which single habit will you try first? Share your choice in the comments below. Subscribe for more and share this with a friend who needs a little quiet power today.